Asking this question just out loud, can you feed your baby a T-bone? The answer may surprise you. We're joined by Jessica Coll, registered dietitian. Welcome. It's great to have you here. I wish we had this when I was a baby. I love barbecue, but the first question, can you really just give your child a T-bone steak to chew on?
Absolutely. I know, it sounds crazy.
It does.
Okay, so you wouldn't give them the whole T-bone because that would be really expensive and there'd be a lot of waste.
I agree, 100%. So what are the benefits of giving your children barbecue?
So barbecued foods are real whole foods. So these foods exactly, I have a drumstick and a T-bone, they're loaded with iron. And that's what babies need at this stage when they're just starting out to eat. So
why haven't we been doing this all along? When did this sort of all of a sudden come into play?
Well, this is baby-led weaning, and it started, I guess, a while back before we even had blenders.
Okay.
So what parents used to do is start feeding babies earlier. So they had to feed them mashed baby food. And then we realized, hey, we could start later and babies can actually feed themselves. So let's offer them real whole foods and let them feed themselves.
You mentioned baby-led weaning. You've been on the show before, but for those people out there that don't know what that is, what exactly does that mean?
It's feeding babies real whole foods right from the start, so they're skipping that puree baby food stage.
All right, well, let's walk through. So you're going to show us a little preparation here, right? With some fresh vegetables. You brought some zucchini, which are in season at the moment.
Exactly. So what really helps with babies is offering them big foods, big sizes of foods right from the start. So you see here, sticks usually work best because they can really just open and close their fist.
Right.
So for them, it's easy. They open and close, they grab, and they feed themselves. So you can just cut the zucchinis like that. They're brightly colored, yellow and green zucchinis.
A lot of parents, seeing that you're cutting them in fairly big chunks, they may be concerned that baby could choke on this. What do you say to that?
So definitely, babies can choke. There's things that parents could do to help prevent choking. So cutting them in big pieces like this so they can easily feed themselves. You can add a little bit of olive oil. And letting them practice. That's how they're going to learn to take the appropriate size bites and feed themselves.
Like anything, supervision is important. So you're not going to give your baby anything anyway without being around them and watching them. Is there anything that you should not feed your baby when it comes to barbecue?
Well, usually when we're barbecuing, a lot of people make hot dogs, and hot dogs are not a good idea. We don't really know what's in those, and it could be a choking hazard. And anything with a lot of salt and sugar, heavy sauces and things like that should be avoided. But other than that, barbecue is really easy. You just put these vegetables with some fresh basil, olive oil in this vegetable pan, cook it with your T-bone steak for a few minutes, and then it makes a perfect meal for parents and the babies as well. You have here a chicken drumstick. I marinated it with some olive oil, lemon juice, and some fresh parsley.
All right.
You just let the baby take it, feed themselves with it like that.
I love it. So, and no, you want to keep down the sodium, and you say no honey as well, right?
Exactly. Yeah, no honey.
For the first year of
For the first year.
Life.
So usually what helps with a T-bone steak, or especially steak, is that you cut it against the grain, so it helps them take little bites. So make sure it's cooked through. And this would be an appropriate size for a baby because it's big enough for them to hold it, and they can chew on it, gnaw, and suck on the meat.
If you're a bigger baby like myself, you would actually just take the whole T-bone.
Yeah, exactly. And just gnaw on it like that.
Jessica, thank you so much for being here. Really
My
appreciate
pleasure.
it. More BT coming up right after this. Don't go anywhere. Oh, that's good.